Hi everyone, welcome back. As discussed in my previous video, in this video session we'll be learning about lists in Python. What actually are lists in Python? Lists are just comma separated values which are called items and they are put between square brackets. Items in a list need not be of the same data type. You can have any kind of data type. Here you can see I'm declaring a variable called list1 and I'm assigning it a list of values. The values are starting with single quotes, the square bracket, and then I'm giving 1, 2, 3 as integers and a as a string, 5, 6, 7 and b as a string. So it can have both numbers, strings, it may have float, it may have integers, as well as it may have other data types inside it like dictionaries, tuples and list itself. Here I'm going to print the values in list1. The list of values are the items in the list. Here you go, it says 1, 2, 3, 4 a. See, this a is in single quotes because it is a string. 1, 2, 3 are integers. So how to access the values in a list? The values in a list are accessed using indexing and slicing, similar to what we did with strings. Indexing, similar to string, starts at 0 and goes up to n minus 1, where n is the number of elements in the list. Here I am printing the value at index 0 in list1. 0 in list1. So the value at 0 index is 1. So this will display 1 here. Now the value between 0 to third is similar to slicing. It is called slicing and it is similar to how we have done in string. The name of the list you want to access and from where you want to access the starting index, and it is the ending index but it is exclusive. So you want 0 to 3 values between 0 to 3 index. So 0 to 4, which means 0, 1, 2, 3. Fourth is the exclusive. So let me execute this. Here you go, 0 at 0 index, at 1 index, 2 index and third index. So 0 to third index. Now how to update the values in a list? Do remember, lists are mutable. That means you can change the values in the list. Here I am saying list1 at the second index make it to z. That means I am updating the values in list1 at index 2 to z. So when I execute this, it should show z instead of 2. It should show 1 z 3 a 5 6 7 b. Here 1 2 z a 5 6 7 b. Now deleting the values in a list, simply just say del the list name and the index you want to delete. After deleting, I am printing the list1. So z should be deleted. It will delete this. Here there is no z now. Here, what does this mean? When I am giving an index which is in negative, what it means is count from the end and to this number. Minus means start from the end. So the end is b and the second index is 7, so it should give, this one should give 7. Here you go. So here, what does -2 colon blank means? It means starting from the second last, which we already saw here, second last index, the remaining values. So it will give you 7b, 7 in B. What does this mean? It means starting from your second index, all the other values, all the other index values, all the other values in the remaining index starting from the second. So second is now B, A 567B, A 567B. Here I am saying from 0 to -1, which is up to 7. -1 means count from the right hand side from the ending side. Let's see what does it print. It should print 1 2 3 4 sorry 1 2 A 5 6 7. Here 1 2 A 5 6 7. Now some of the list functions associated with list. I already told you functions are independent. You no need to, it is not associated with any object. While methods are associated with some objects like strings, list, numbers. So here I am declaring a list2 and I am giving these values. Let me give A, B, C, D, E. Now list3 I am saying 1 2 3 4 5. The first function is len and you give the name of the list. So what it gives, or you pass the list here, what it gives is the length of the total number of elements in the list, which is the length of the list. So it is 1 2 3 4 5. It's not the max index, it's not 0 1 2 3 4, it's the number of elements, so it should give 5 here. Now let's check this one. This one should give also 5. Sorry, this one it's checking the max value in the list3. So what does max function do? It takes a parameter, list parameter, and gives the maximum value in that list. So in list3 the maximum value is 5, so it gives 5. What is the minimum value in list3? Minimum, min gives you the minimum value in the list, which is 1. Now what is the maximum value in list2? The maximum value in list2 is E, so it will give E. Yeah, suppose I made it EA, then the maximum value would have been EA. Let's say I have this as FB, so the maximum value will be the one starting with FB. Now some of the methods associated with lists. So the list methods will come with the list name dot the method name. Here I have declared a list4, which has 1 2 3 4 5 elements, 5 values. I am printing it here, so it will print Brussels, Washington DC, Thimphu, Bangkok, Brussels. Here you go. Lists are always given in square brackets. Here list4 dot append. What append does is, list4 is the object and append is the method. What this method does is, it appends 4 5 6 7 to the end of the list. That means after this Brussels, it will add 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should print Brussels, Washington DC, Thimphu, Bangkok, Brussels 4, 5, 6, 7. Here now I am using the count function, count method. What count method does is it counts the occurrence of the value that I am passing in the value that I am passing in the method inside the list. So Brussels occurs 2 times here, so C should be now 2. Yes, C is 2. Here I am saying list4 dot index. So index is a method associated with a list. So when you give index method and pass a value in it, it checks which is the index where the first occurrence of this particular value is in the list. So the first occurrence of Brussels is in 0, so it should give you 0. If I made it 4, 5, 6, 7, it will give an error because 4, 5, 6, 7 is not there, but 4, 5, 6, 7 is there. This is an integer. Earlier I had given a string because it was in single quotes. So now let's see, it should give 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you go, it's 5 here now. Here I am saying remove. The remove method removes the first occurrence of Brussels from the list. So here the first occurrence has been removed, the last occurrence is still there, the other occurrences are still there. Here I am declaring list 5 C D A shed. Now I am saying sort list 5 dot sort. What this does is sort the values in the particular list in the ascending order. So it should be A C D shed. A C D shed. Now I am saying reverse. Now list 5 is A C D shed. So list 5 the reverse would give shed D C A. I didn't print it here. Shed D C A. Now I'm inserting a value in the list at a particular index. So inserts X at the 4th index. So it is not replacing, it is inserting X at the 4th index. So list 5 is now shed DCA. So it should put the 4th index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So its X should be placed before A. So the new value of list 5 should be shed DCXA. Here shed DCXA. So this is all about lists in Python. There are more details. If you want to learn more about lists in Python, you can go to the Python website and learn about it. But these are the important ones, and these are helpful, will be the most helpful for machine learning programming. We'll be using these methods and these functions during our course of learning the machine learning using Python. So I will end the session here today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you. Next video will be on dictionaries. So see you in next videos to learn about dictionaries. Thank you.